Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Krystal and thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to Tuesday, where I tell you a funny story from my past, or maybe just come up with some kind of topic that I'm curious about and ramble about it for an undisclosed amount of time. And well, it's disclosed to you, but when I do it, I have no idea how long I actually ramble. So let's get started. Okay. So as you could probably see by the title of this video, I ran over my husband with his truck. Let me tell you how. So, you know, we were dating. He wasn't my husband at the time. We might have been engaged. I don't remember. We were either dating or engaged to be married. Either way, we weren't married yet. So technically, he wasn't my husband yet. But we were at a friend's apartment. We had been up there. We were having a good time. We were playing games. There, you know, my husband had been drinking, having a good time. My husband is not a huge drinker. He doesn't typically like get drunk, but when he does, he is a hilarious drunk. He is funny. He is just like, I love you. He wants to hug on me and all this stuff. Now, which is great because I know a lot of guys tend to, or some guys tend to kind of become like angry when they drink. But he had been having a good time with his friends. They had been taking shots, having a great time, drinking, all of that stuff. And, you know, I was down to let him have his fun, do his thing, and have a great time. But at the time, let me just go ahead and tell you, my husband drove a blue GMC Sierra. 4-door. Are they all 4-door? 4-door. It was a truck, okay? And I drove a Scion, okay? So I drive this little bitty car, and he drives this long boat of a truck, and it also had a tow hitch on the back, okay? And he had parallel parked before. Like when we got there, he parallel parked into a parking spot, you know, and never in my brain did I think, I'm going to have to get that out of that parking spot to drive home later. So, anywho, having a great time, hanging out with friends. It is late or early, depending on how you look at it. It's early in the morning, late at night. Depends on which way you want to go. And it's time for us to go. He is wasted. He is getting to where he's just like, he needs to lay down and go to sleep. And I'm like, don't worry, I'm going to drive him. I'm driving him home. He's going to be safe. We live together, so obviously we were going to the same place. We rode there together as well. Anyway, so his friends helped me get him down the stairs and get him in the truck. He gets in the passenger seat. Friends go back upstairs. The balcony of the friend's apartment is like above where the truck is, okay? And so we're in the truck. I'm situating the seat, getting everything ready, and there's a car in front and there's a car behind. And I'm like, how do I get out of this parking spot? And he's like trying to direct me. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to get out. I'm going to go behind the truck. I'm going to stand back there. I'm going to let you know how far you can back up. You know? I'm going to let you know how far you can back up so you don't hit the car behind us. And then you can like maneuver it out. And I'm like, all right, are you sure you're good to do that? You know? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. I'll go back there. I'll do it. He goes back there. And you know, maybe I should have thought about this at the time, but instead of him standing on the sidewalk and me rolling down my window, you know, and him standing on the sidewalk to kind of tell me like back up a little bit, like an inch or two, and then pull forward, you know, and do that, he gets between the truck and the car behind us. He's just standing there. And he's like doing the hand gestures, you know, the hand gestures for like, you can keep going, back up. I did, I backed up, guys. I backed up and I pinned my husband between his own truck and the car that was behind us. I didn't hit the car. No, I hit my husband with the truck. I, in essence, ran over him with his own truck. I got out of the parking spot though. Yay. Probably a good thing he was intoxicated, because if not, it probably would have hurt real, real bad. He's fine. He's still alive to this day, so that's good. That was like 11 years ago. So, you know, it's all good, y'all. It's all good. But yeah, that's how I ran over my husband with his own truck. This stuff only happens to me. I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think like a couple streets over, there was a woman. Either a woman ran over her husband or a husband ran over his wife in their driveway. Just ran him over. You know, at least mine, he got back there on his own and was trying to help me. But I guess his reflexes weren't as quick with the whoa as they were with the come on. So I ran over him. I did. If you might ask, do you feel bad? No, I don't. I'm sure he's done something that's made me really angry, and I would probably want to do it again. No, I love him to death, and that's always been a funny story between the two of us when he likes to talk about how I ran over him with his own truck. He doesn't have that truck anymore. I ended up driving that for a while. Like, we got married and had Sophia, and I hated getting a car seat in and out of a Scion. It was just a pain. And so I drove his Sierra. Just a side story. One day I was going to Old Navy. Old Navy and Target were kind of in the same little like shopping center thing. And I was going to go to Old Navy and then walk over to Target afterwards. So I was going to park in front of Old Navy. And I decided I was going to be cool and I was going to back into a parking spot. And I backed straight into a car and literally backed into that car, didn't even stop. Well, I did stop. I backed into it, stopped, put it in drive, drove away. I just left. Was it the right thing to do? No. Was I going to wait for that person? Also no. I'm pretty sure it's no fault in a parking lot anyways, or maybe it was. I don't know. Again, this is like 10 years ago. I don't need your judgment, Judge Judy. Okay, we've all done these things. I know we've all done these things because the freaking dings and bangs on my car from other cars and parking lots and stuff prove that everybody does it. I don't think I did any damage. When it happened, I immediately felt like and then I stopped and I looked, you know. Actually, I think I might have jumped out and looked, and it looked fine, and that's when I just put it in drive and drove away. I can't really remember, but that's why I don't want to drive a long vehicle, and I hate driving my husband's truck. He has a Toyota now. He has a Tacoma. I still hate driving it. I don't like driving trucks. But do you have any crazy stories? I'd love to hear them. Leave in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so before you leave. And I will see you next week. Bye.